Assalamualaikum, my name is Nushahira Maturiza. So welcome to the Global Economic Report. So today is focused on Switzerland, one of the world's most advanced and stable economy. So Switzerland is a high-income country with a GDP per capita exceeding USD 100,000, ranking among the top global. Economy is driven by the strong institutions, low inflation, and global competitive industries such as banking, pharmaceuticals, and also precision in engineering. So next we are going to talk about GDP in Switzerland. So basically Switzerland's total GDP stand at approximately USD 870 billions, reflecting a strong output from the finance, manufacturing and also services, with a human development index of around 0.97, which is quite high and support world-class healthcare, education and also infrastructure. So looking at the recent trend, Switzerland's also GDP growth slowed to a 0.8% in 2023 due to weaker global demand and tighter financial conditions. However, the economy recovered in 2024, growing by approximately 1.3% and projected to expand further by 1.4% in 2025. So this steady growth highlight the Switzerland's economic resilience in the face of global uncertainty. So breaking down by the GDP, the primary sector contribute only 0.6%, indicates the limited reliance on the agriculture. The secondary sector, including manufacturing, and account for absolutely 25.5% of GDP, led by the pharmaceuticals, machinery and luxury watch export worth over 23.7 billions annually. The tertiary sector dominates the economy, contributing near 73.8% of total GDP. Thus, all of them were driven by the banking, institutions, education, and also logistic services.
My name is Nur Suhaila Binti Azman. Now, looking at the unemployment rate in Switzerland. The unemployment rate measures the percentage of people in the labour force who are willing and able to work but do not have the job. It reflects labour market performance. Switzerland unemployment rate peaked at 2021 at 5.01%, mainly due to the economic impact of COVID-19. After 2022, the rate declined with a 4.12% reduction between 2022 and 2024, showing labour market recovery. Switzerland uses the short-time working compensation scheme, which covers 80% of the lost wages up to Swiss franc 196 per day to prevent job losses during crises. In addition, over 2/3 of young people participate in vocational education and training, helping maintain a skilled workforce. Based on Okun's law, unemployment increases when GDP falls. This pattern is clearly seen during crises such as the 2008 financial crisis and the 2020 COVID-19 pandemic, with unemployment adjusting after a short time lag.
So next is Switzerland population. So basically, currently it stands around 8.9 million people, growing steadily at an annual rate of approximately 0.7%. So basically, this growth is largely supported by the skilled immigrations, particularly from neighboring European countries, which helping to offset a low birth rate and aging population. Switzerland also maintains one of the highest labour force participation rates in the world, ranging between 83 and 85%. So basically, during the COVID-19 pandemic in 2020, participation briefly declined but rebound back quickly as employment recovered in healthcare, technology and also finance sector. Okay. And highly skilled and active workforce support Switzerland's productivity and long-term growth. Major employers such as Roche, Novartis, and UBS continue to create high-value jobs, contributing to the stable GDP growth and also a strong export performance. So basically, overall, Switzerland's combination of skilled labor, high participations, and also immigration ensure the continuous economic stability and competitiveness.
Next, I will be explaining for the economic growth and development in Switzerland. This section discusses Switzerland's economic growth and development by focusing on human capital, physical capital and technological progress. Switzerland's human capital index is 0.76, meaning a child born today is expected to be 76% as productive as they could be with full education and good health. Almost all children survive to age 5 and most complete schooling by age 18. In addition, around 95% of the population survives until age 60, which supports a long and productive working life. About 20% of the Switzerland's physical capital is invested in machinery and equipment, making it the second largest component of capital stock. This supports exports such as laboratory equipment, batteries and pumps, while ICT sectors like cloud computing and artificial intelligence strengthen productivity. Switzerland has ranked first in the Global Innovation Index for over 15 years. This reflects strong performance in education, research, digital creativity, patents and high-tech exports, which supports long-term economic development. Switzerland actively aligns policies with the 2030 Sustainable Development Goals, SDG, while areas such as health, innovation and climate action perform strongly. Challenges remain in reducing inequality and poverty. Move on to the related economic indicators. Switzerland GDP growth is expected to remain moderate at around 1.1% to 1.2% between 2025 and 2027. Inflation remains low and stable, supporting private consumption. However, the strong Swiss currency has made exports more expensive, affecting export growth. Switzerland constantly records a current account surplus, meaning exports of goods and services exceeds the imports. Although quarterly figures fluctuate, this surplus shows Switzerland maintains a strong and stable external economic position. Foreign direct investment in Switzerland shows significant fluctuation, mainly due to finance and holding companies. While there were large outflows in 2021 and 2022, by 2023 equity, reinvested earnings and debt instrument began increasing again, showing recovery. The Swiss National Bank aims to keep inflation within 0% to 2%. It adjusts the policy rates and influences short-term interest rates such as Swiss average rate overnight to maintain price stability. In 2024, Switzerland recorded a budget surplus of 0.5% of GDP. The debt brake helps control public debt, but future challenges include higher spending due to an aging population. In conclusion, Switzerland's strong human capital, innovation and effective economic policies support stable economic growth and low unemployment, giving the country positive long-term prospects.